So Brad grew up in the church, and at the 9 o'clock service, I was talking to him a bit about. I thought of him yesterday, not just because I knew he's going to be here today, but Susie and I were up in Milwaukee. It was our Nash's, our grandson's 4th birthday weekend, and of course grandparents had to be there, and he got skates for his birthday. And so we laced up the skates, went to the local pond that was flooded. It just reminded me of growing up in northern Minnesota. And I thought of Brad, because this guy can skate. I mean, he is an excellent hockey player. He played club hockey when he was going through high school. So I'm sort of hoping that the fact that my grandson lives in Wisconsin, that's a pretty good start. So we'll see what's happened. But Brad skated through high school and college, and then I thought that was pretty clever. And you know what was interesting is that the farther he got away from Southminster, the more he felt called by God. You know, because now he's down in the southern part of Illinois. And I was saying, you know, I heard western part, yeah. I heard the other day, by the way, that when you're at the southern part of Illinois, you are closer to Texas than you are to Wisconsin. That's how long Illinois is. But anyway, so Brad's out in the western part of Illinois, and he hears God's call to go to Uganda. So can you share with us how this, I mean, not everybody in western Illinois says, gee, I think I'll go to Uganda. Can you tell us a little bit about how that happened?
Yeah, I think it was a long process as far as finding God's will for my life and what it radically calls for. And it wasn't just an overnight, I'm going to jump on a plane, let's go to Uganda. It was God planting the seed slowly but surely throughout reading Scripture and just being called what to really further the kingdom, to open my eyes to what that looks like. Apparently, God knows the call.
Yeah. And you said about planting the seed. That was the message last week that Rich Varg talked about. The dominant parable of Mark is the fact that God plants seeds in all of our lives, and it just takes us different times and different places for that seed to grow. And Brad heard the call. Okay, so you felt the call to serve other people, but why Uganda? It's not the average place, you know. How about Schaumburg or something?
Yeah, it was interesting. I ended up meeting a friend through one of the churches down there where I went to school at in Western, and he had these dates lined up for a possible mission trip, and those dates didn't work out, and something else lined up, and said, hey, you should come check out what's being started over there. I think you might like it, and I think Uganda picked me from that point. Everything just fell in place with timing and what it was and who to go with, and just what God's done over there.
I love that phrase that you said that Uganda picked you. Actually, it was God who picked you through Uganda, and I think that's just a beautiful story. So you've been there a couple of times. Can you share with us maybe a couple of takeaways that you have from your missionary experiences there?
Yeah, I've been there 2 times, and I think the first time was just letting God work in me and not letting me. I had the whole intention of going over there, serving and doing whatever I can, but God changed my heart. God changed my heart slowly, and seeing what the people were like and what His call is over there, and taking that back here to the States and just seeing God work in my heart for the simplicity of what He calls, and when we have a simplicity of life, it really breaks down all those barriers of having that alone time, having that fellowship, and really depending on who He is, not letting the chaos of this world kind of get in our busyness, and seeing through the eyes of Jesus.
So Brad is a living example of seeds that you as a congregation passed out when he was in junior high school, went on mission trips, and obviously that seed fell on wonderful ground, and now you're a young man of have great faith, and God's got great plans for you, and not only are you going to change Western Illinois, you're going to change Uganda as well. So let's give thanks for Brad.